What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back for another episode of Fade to Silence, where we've got a person over here, and the attacks on our base have been getting really bad, actually. There's been like 15, 20 monsters each time. I've had some of them off camera when you guys haven't seen, because frankly, you've seen the base defense at this point, and I didn't really see the point in hammering home the point. But there's another person over here, and honestly, every strong bow we can get to help us out is a good idea. So what's up with this guy over here? This guy's a badass. I could tell already. This dude's about to do some crazy shit. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Please, put out that fire. You don't know what's out there.
Soon. It's almost done.
But... sorry, what's your name?
Jin.
Jin. You're taking a huge risk. Don't you know fire attracts evil?
I know the risks. But I also know my duties.
What duties? Dying in vain for playing with fire?
It's hardly the first fire I've sparked.
Monster's coming. Put that fire out now.
Alright, we gotta hold it down because you know anybody named Jin is gonna be a badass. We've got a monster coming in this way. Let's go ahead and defend him. I'm going to do what I can to make sure this doesn't become worse than it needs to be. I don't know what his health looks like, but I'm fairly competent in wiping out monsters, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. He's throwing snow on it, like that's going to help. Let me get some arrows lined up inside the quiver. There we go, so that I can start firing at enemies as they come in too. Because sometimes getting a little bit of extra damage off, you know, feathering up the enemy ever so slightly can be helpful. Alright, so we got one coming in this way. I'm going to let him have it right now. Hopefully we can get him dropped. There it is. Nice. Give me another one real here. I gotta reload my arrows real fast. I do wish there was an easier way to refill your quiver. I don't know. Allowing the player to have like a full stack inside of their quiver would be something that I would prefer. Just because constantly popping into the menu to swap in arrows, I'm assuming that it's like a balance measure that they put in to keep you from just spamming arrows the whole time. But if that's the case, let the player carry more arrows, but I don't know. Make it take more arrows to kill the enemy, possibly. There we go. What you got for me? Nothing. Another one bites the dust. I don't know how much worse it's going to get, but hey, keep reloading the quiver on their way in. This is doing remarkably well right now, and I don't want to give up a strategy that's actually being advantageous to me as a player. We're standing next to a fire, so we don't really have to worry about a blizzard too much. Are you sure? Because it still looks a little fiery to me. Alright, so that's down. We've killed all the monsters. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's that serious, but I need another worker, so come hang out. Your name is Jin, so I bet you do badass stuff.
What a fight.
Yes. Many lost souls came here.
Wait. What is that?
Burnt bodies.
Was this your family?
No. I found them.
Why risk your life to burn dead strangers?
I don't want their souls to become corrupted.
Yeah, I think that's admirable. Sure, that sounds good to me.
Burning them before they return. That's admirable, but dangerous.
No soul should remain in an undead hell, despite the dangers.
Yeah, join my camp. What are you good at? Bushcrafting, occultism, construction, woodcutting? Yeah, sounds good. Join up, man.
Come with me. I have a safe place to stay.
Yes. The living should band together.
Absolutely. Plus your outfit is badass and your name is Jin. Those things all together lead me to believe that you will be a super useful asset for me. Where was my... I think I left my dog cart down here, and then we got a shelter over on that side. Yeah, that absolutely looks to be the case. Oh, they're firing bombs at somebody. Oh, Jin's with me right now. Okay, I can live with that. Let me run out on the dock here and see if I can grab something useful. Something's firing? Oh, it's not firing. We've got that thing up above us. Ooh, that's not good. We should probably get inside then before this gets any worse. I'm going to leave the dog sled over here, I think. Oh, there was treasure up inside of there, though. Hold on. Let me go get some loot. I can't walk away from good things. It's a problem that I have when I play survival games. I like to get that loot. That's 90% of the fun of games like this. So if you're not willing to get elbow deep up inside of a treasure chest, that puts us in a bit of an awkward situation as friends. Let's grab this stuff over here. That thing is still perfectly overhead and trying to bomb us out, which I don't really enjoy very much, but we'll just have to hope that our luck is good. I don't know exactly what that means, but hopefully it's not that bad. I have no clue what he's referring to right now. Oh, yeah, there's one right there. What's up, man? How you doing? You want to fight me real fast? We can do this thing. I got backup this time around, though. Oh, this is one of the blocky ones. Okay. Well, then all I really need to do is backpedal until he stops block spamming, and then we'll finish him off. This chest right here, what have you got for me? We've got primitive arrows. That's good. A little bit of eldritch essence and something else. Who are these people that are hoarding all of this undead? I assume that it's like undead kidneys or something that they're putting inside the box, and they're just assuming this won't backfire and hurt us later on. But, like, I don't know. If there's a bunch of undead parts laying around, I don't think I'm going to be the guy to quickly throw them inside the cooler. You know what I mean? Like, just leave them where they lie. Let them rot. We got to get the hell out of here. We've got some food right there, but my inventory is full. That's a little weak. But considering... Uh-oh, what is that? Something just fall from overhead, possibly? Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Let's mount up. I'm going to pull this thing in a ring back behind, and we'll go to the shelter real fast. I don't know if Jin is somebody... Oh, Jin can actually ride on the cart. Oh, that's so badass. You can actually put companions on your dog sled. Hell yeah. Okay. I can live with that. I think I know the direction we came from. So I'm going to try to work back over that way without hitting trees or anything else. If we throw this thing in reverse... Uh-oh. We got bombs coming in. Get back. Yeah, I was going to say, I had a feeling that might backfire on me. I think we're going to need to move this right here before too long. But I think I'm going to need to replace it first, too. It's not looking like it's in a great position to me. Oh, actually... Yeah, we pulled through there. Nice job, buddy. Okay, so it's -5 right now. The snow's getting a little bit thick. What are we looking for as far as survival goes? Am I even going in the right direction for what I want to do? Put that in right there. And I'm going to try and keep a weather eye out. If I can find some kind of shelter around here. I know there was one behind us. But we're living kind of dangerously right now. It looks like there's one right there. And we're going to have to wait this thing out before it gets worse. Can I... Ah, shit. I need this to be replaced. Can we do that? I think we're going to have to leave it behind. We'll come back for it in a minute. I got to get to a shelter before this blizzard gets any worse because we're starting to get a little chilly. I think we've probably got about 4 or 5 minutes left before this gets really bad. So let's work our way up the bluff here. I'll start a campfire. We'll get this thing moving, and hopefully we'll be able to make it through the night. So there it is. Campfire's all nice and done. I'm going to sit down and have a little siesta here. I don't know if our amigo is actively with us. We're going to call this a 6-hour rest to get our HP back. We took a little bit of damage in the fight, and we sort of just have to wait out the weather event. So, yeah, there it is. It's pretty bad. Let's give it a little bit more time. We still got lots of food to go around, so I'm not going to panic too much about an inability to get this done. 4 hours goes through. Is the weather event done? There we go. The blizzard is over. So we should be solid right here. Luckily enough, our fire went out, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. Jin's over here doing his thing. Oh, we got a big monster right there. It might be a better plan just to hoof it. That monster's in the way of our cart at the moment, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about that. I can teleport the dog sled back to our base if we can just get back to the main place. We'll drop off some of the extra scrap and whatnot that we have going on. Now that we've got Jin with us, I can drop him off at the base. I still want to be out on the lookout. I mean, I think the best idea for right now is to look for more people to bring into the fold. This is a resource area for metalworking, but I'm going to run back to base, and once I get there, I'll bring you guys back on into the series. So here we are. Contemplating. Expedition is over. The follower will get back to work. Fantastic. Are we under attack again? God, we are always under attack. Every time I come back to base, I'm under attack. Luckily, we've got enough defenders at this point to where I think they can hold it down. With 3 of them, they should just about chop everything into pieces all by their lonesome. I'll keep an eye out and be the vanguard for anything that sneaks through. But not bad. Not bad at all. pretty good little expedition. I don't know how many people are going to be left and remaining out here that want to mess with us, but I was going to check. Now that we've dropped off like 2 separate loads of scrap, I was going to check and see if that mining pick was done. We still don't have that thing. I would love to have it, but it hasn't been given to us as of right now, so I'm going to check one more time. Now, we did have a lot of construction queued up when we queued up that pick, and we also don't have anybody who's a metal worker, as far as I know. If I go through my little thing over here, got construction. Oh, no, he's a metal worker. Rice is. So I don't know. I have no clue what we're looking for here. I really sincerely don't. I would love to get that object made, but it's possible it's either not implemented or I haven't figured out the proper way to force people to work inside of my little locale yet. The other question that I have is that if we're producing, so we've got this stuff down here. Let's jump into the inventory. I'm going to drop that off. Everything else looks okay here. Pretty sure our campfire is bugged because it just lets me light as many campfires as I want. I would like to see some kind of thing added to the stash that helps you quantify what you have available as well. Like something that just tells you how much scrap, how much of like this, how much of that before you go in and do crafting jobs. But aside from that, it looks like they're doing pretty well on hunting. We have some woodworkers in here as well. So hopefully we'll be able to turn some of that scrap that it was talking about, some of that corrupted wood, into usable wood. I assume they could do that by shaving shit off and making it flake. Is Vic with me right now? I think Vic is with me right now and not actively holding down the city. Let's have a look at some of our supplementary buildings and see if maybe I can have somebody take over one of these jobs. Actually, we're not going to be able to do that because I need another hut. If I don't get another hut, one person will have no place to live, and unfortunately, that will suck for them in the long term because they'll get illnesses and diseases. And so I would say another hut right over here looks totally satisfactory. And then we will queue on out of there. Jin got wounded. Oh, that sucks. How do we heal up Jin? Does he need poultices, or like what does he need available in order to help him out with the challenge at hand? That's right, asshole. I'm right here. Why you messing with Jin? Leave my boy alone. He just got here and y'all already putting boo-boos all over him. Nah, son. We aren't playing that game. Not in this survival situation. There's another one bites the dust. And they got another one right there. Only 4 arrows remaining. So Jin, I don't know how I heal him. I would love to heal him, but I don't know how to do it. I assume he'll just do it all by himself. But I suppose that's something I got to keep under observation for right now. So with the combat resolved, I wanted to go back and I wanted to see exactly what that was going to cost me as far as huts go. So it's just pristine wood, that's it? Okay, that's easy enough. I do think it's a good idea to put up walls of some kind to protect everything. But we also have an occult library, or a laboratory, okay. It's sort of an interesting thing to look at. We have, I don't know what that is right there. So we don't have a workshop. We need copper nails and we need lumber in order to make this work. It's for our sled and our defenses as well as materials for high-end stuff. This right here appears to be one of these buildings. And that's the crafting shack right there. So that allows us somebody bushcrafting skills to make primitive tools, weapons, and materials. Do I have anybody with bushcrafting? I guess would be my next question. Let me take a look and I'll mouse over some of these guys. Jin does bushcrafting actually, but Vic did it too. And honestly, they never actually messed with any of the stuff that I told them to mess with. So I'm a little bit confused as to how I get these people to do what I want them to do. I can tell them all day long to make one of these. And yet, they don't really seem to. Vic, you want to do this over here? Did that work? Is Vic going to come over here and make me a mining pick? Vic, make me a pick quick. And make it slick. Vic. Nah, it looks like Vic is headed up the hill right now to go mess with other things. So really, I'm at a loss for how I force this to happen. I just don't really know. The estimated work time is 0. I mean, it's entirely possible that this isn't even, like, implemented yet, maybe? Like, maybe you can't do this yet, because the game is in early access alpha. In fact, the first alpha they've ever released. And so the only thing that's making me wonder about that is that it says 0 time on there. And, like, I'm selecting a worker right now, but it doesn't really seem to want to do it. And so I'm kind of wondering if it's disabled. At least that's what I'm beginning to think about, but hell if I know. We got people walking around not doing what they're supposed to do right now, and it's got me curious as to why the things I want to happen are not happening. I can change the resource around, and we can do something like, oh, I don't know. We can do a thick reindeer hide or a leather satchel. That'd be kind of cool. Let's try leather. Let's see if they'll make leather. So let's start off with that, and as we're crafting leather, let's have, like, Vic do it or something. And we'll see if anybody comes over and makes this happen. If they do produce the leather, that'd be absolutely fantastic, because it would mean we've broken the code on, like, who's going to come in and do the stuff they're supposed to be doing. This place over here looks like they make copper ingots, and, ooh, they make scrap metal swords, too. Ooh, that's tempting. Yeah.
You're doing great.
Make me some copper plating, I guess, for my armor. Sounds really cool. Do I have to pick who's going to do this? I already put Vic on the other thing, so we'll try maybe Rice over here. The other problem is that the game is reporting only controller settings, and so you never quite know, like, the A button is the E button on your keyboard, and it seems to work sometimes. Oh, it looks like she's going out to do the thing she's supposed to do. Oh my god, we might actually end up with some resources that we want. Yay! We'll check the inventory after this and see if it's going to be settled. But actually, I want to watch this take place. Let's go have a look at what the animations look like for this entire thing. If we end up with copper plating or any of this stuff, I'm going to be pretty happy for it. So she's going to sit down right there, and it looks like she's going to do some kind of leather working animation. You know, I feel like it would probably help. Then again, where it's a tannery, and tanneries smell really bad. There used to be laws in ancient medieval times where you couldn't have a tannery within like a certain amount of miles of town because they stunk. They stink like ass. Rendering fat and rendering leather is super smelly. My dad's a taxidermist. It smells awful. It smells pretty... It is belligerent and offensive to all of your senses. You will hate it. You'll hate it. With this stuff over here, I'd like to see this made a little bit more transparent as well. As far as changing the resources go right here, what they need to do is they need to make it so it's a list and you know what it costs in order to craft various things. So for example, if I pick the copper plating right here, there's no way for me as a player to know what does it cost me to make the copper plating. How does that get made? I don't know. There's no way for me to know that. So instead, I've got to sit here and be like, all right, well, does it take plates? Does it take copper bars? Does it take nails? What does it take? You know? And so until we have access to the thing that we need in order to make it happen, I suppose I'll put Rice on that one right there. Just have him go in and see what they can accomplish. Hopefully it looks good. Hopefully it gets the job done. He's finishing up the house over there, so I'm pretty sure once he gets done with that job, he'll dive into some of this other stuff. But up until we come back, there's really... I don't know. How long does it take to make leather over here? Is it, like, really difficult, or does it happen pretty quickly? Let's go check the inventory, and we'll see if it pops on in, and if it doesn't, I guess I'll leave them crafting the stuff they're supposed to be doing for a little while, and we'll check back in on it, like, after we do some more exploration or something. I mean, there's always more stuff for me to do out in the wilderness, so it's not really that big of a deal. It looks like we lost our long cape, too, which is a little bit upsetting. Where's my long cape at? I had a long cape. Do I have a long cape now? There we go. I had to take it off and put it back on. See, I wanted to have that dope outfit back. I noticed that it made my outfit look a little bit more whack, and I'm not okay with that. I don't want a whack outfit. I want a dope-looking outfit. I want an outfit that makes all the survival ladies be like, oh, hey, what's up? So there's some leather right there. Cut, stitched by a skilled artisan, if only it didn't smell like a dead skunk. So what are they making that out of? Are they making that out of... Like, what do we have around here that could conceivably be used to make leather? Is it just like this tainted remains right here? Salvage some of the meat and the pelt. So somebody with the hunting skill. Do we have anybody with the hunting skill? Like on the expedition list. She's got hunting. I wonder if you do that from the crafting shack, the thing that we don't have. So we have the crafting shack, and we have the forge. I wonder if you do it from the other location. I forget what it's called. Let me have a look here. It's probably done from... So there's a medicine hut. We have a crafting shack. Maybe the workshop is what we're looking at right there. Or maybe we have a convex palisade on that side. What's up with add-ons? So we've got impaler ballistas. We've got that stuff right there. Okay. We can upgrade things, it appears. What upgrades can we give stuff? Doesn't look like we have any upgrades on any of these. But we can upgrade this right here. A hut with a larder. Interesting. A hut with a second floor. Upgrade to a hut with a fireplace. Oh, cool. I didn't even know there was upgrades in this whole thing. I had no idea that was even a thing that I could do. So as far as our base administration goes, I've learned a new thing today. I've definitely learned a new thing. So I wonder if you need like copper bars or something in order to make the pick. And it's not just scrap metal. There's no way for the player to know because the game doesn't tell you what an object costs before you try to craft it. And so I think your best plan would be... So with the mining pick, there's no way to know what that costs. We can craft wood, and so they can polish pristine wood to fit the purpose of more advanced crafting, or we can make lumber, so we can splice pristine wood to assemble solid planks for construction. But yeah, there's no way for me to know what this costs right here. I would love to know what it costs. I don't know if they'll do the prerequisite items. If so, if they're not going to tell you what something costs, they should make it so that they automatically craft the prerequisite items. But given the fact that for like 3 episodes, we've had it lined up so that they're supposed to make me a mining pick and they still haven't, my assumption is that maybe we don't have the materials required in order for that to work. So, I don't know. We got leather right there. I don't know if those are different types of leather or the same type of leather. We also have leathered cord on that side. But given the fact that I have no idea what it's going to cost me to make a mining pick, it becomes kind of a little bit of a weird situation. She's still sitting there right now. If I tell her to do it one more time, just like that, Vic finished crafting 2 leather. Is she going to go back to work making my pick? No. She's going to bail on out and she's going to go do something else. So that leads me to believe we don't have the objects required in order to make this work. I think she actually is assigned to the task. And, like, she's trying to do it, but the developers need to make it very apparent to the player what they need in order to craft stuff. Because as of right now, we're flying blind. I don't know what I need to make this, and so there's no way for me to advance. What do I need to make the mining pick? I don't know. I have no idea. So maybe I'll put this back on leather. I think those are both the same leather. Oh, that's fur. Craft fur. Okay. That's sort of interesting, but go ahead and do it. I don't know what kind of materials we need in order to craft fur, but we'll keep an eye on it. How bad is the weather looking out here? We don't have a blizzard coming in, so I think it's time for us to get back out here and explore. I'll probably jump on the dog sled and take this thing on out, even though visibility is going to be a little bit wacky for the moment. Let's have a look at our map and figure out places we have or have not been. As far as the legend goes, what are those little dots right there? Those are places of interest. Okay. Maybe we'll try to ride out in this direction since we've never been there and it's closer to the base anyways. Feels like a safer option. Let's dive onto this thing. So, we'll mount up. Regulators! Mount up. Yeah, it looks like they fixed up the animation and made it a little bit faster to jump up on the back of the sled. Because before it was getting all kinds of confused and it was just sitting there for a while. Which is why I had to make that cut in the previous episode, is that, like, mounting and dismounting were weird, but it appears to be working now, so no complaints there. At least it got fixed. Early access games, am I right? Early access games. Sometimes you're just going to have to put up with things that normally you wouldn't want to put up with. It's the curse of early access, is that, you know, they tell you things aren't going to be working, but you never know quite to what extent. Looks like we got something over here that we can loot from. A bunch of enemies as well. I would like it if they added a reverse thing that they could put into the game too, where I know it doesn't work like that in real life, but being able to reverse and back up your sled would be very much appreciated on my part. I don't see anything wrong with making a game a little bit more arcadey if it makes the core mechanics work a little bit better. There we go. So he's out. We'll keep an eye on this dude, see if we can get him laid out as well. I would love to get some upgraded weapons as we go further. I've got no energy left for some reason, probably because I didn't watch my meter while I was doing what I was supposed to be doing over here. I'm going to need to replace this. Hopping back on it is not really going to be an option. Let me do this. There we go. I'll put you over here. And now that that's in the spot that I want it to be, we'll go out and we'll start looking for some of these treasures. I'd also like them to swap over to a free look camera when you're on the back of the sled. I think that would be great for the player. It allows them to look around for resources while they're booking around the map. Make things a little bit simpler. And we got something over here. I don't see anything else in the region. Yeah, I think we're clear. Let's grab this right here, and then I'm going to check down that little... We got Blightbane, Poultice, Healing Tonics. Looks good. Sounds like something that I could utilize. Let's jump on here. And with the U key, I'm going to have to replace this because, once again, with my terrible driving skills, I've managed to endo it into the side of a ice mountain. A big old cleft is what I have impacted with. And unfortunately, sled stopped going. A little known fact about physics and momentum: when you impact with a cleft of ice, a gnarly, catastrophic cleft, the universe won't let your dogs keep going because the universe is just full of haters. Just massively full of haters. Are you going to get on the sled today, man? There we go. Nice job. Let's do this thing. Let's book on out. I think they're trying to catch up to us with the evil monster hideout as well, which sucketh. I don't see anything around over here. I do see our mark on this side, which is kind of interesting for the future. But I also see loot over this way. And so in the interest of making my life a little bit more fruitful, let's go after the loot. I like loot. But that being said, I think we're just about out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for stopping on in. This is Fade to Silence. If you wanted to get the game for yourself, you can absolutely do that at the link that I've got listed for you down below. Aside from that, if you wanted to support the channel, my never-ending quest to find more indie games to consume, you can do that by either hitting the like button down below or by supporting me through Patreon. Either one works. Doesn't really matter to me. Both fantastic ways to make sure the channel keeps on trucking. Other than that, I will see you live every single day at 3 o'clock on Twitch TV /SplatterCatGaming. Farewell, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.